Peace, family. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star. Today I got an episode. We're going to talk about Derrick Jaxn and Kevin Samuels. Derrick Jaxn's wife actually came out with a video. I thought it was pretty funny, but she was dead serious. And I wanted to get into that, break it down, and break down, why women rocked with Derrick Jaxn and why women didn't rock with Kevin Samuels. And it actually says a lot about just people in general, not all women, but it just says a lot about why people was following one person, why people was following the other one. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into that. Let me share my screen. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, the share button, and the notification bell so you can get notified when these videos come through. Yeah, man. And to the people that's already subscribed, I appreciate your support. I definitely rock with you, and it's all love. So let's get into this real quick. So I'm gonna share my screen. Get into this joint real quick. Oh man, here come an ad already. I see it. Hold on, family.
Listen. Every person speaking against the
family.
Grow your business or keep your people healthy. With
this shit.
North Health Services, you can do both. We make care connected.
The names Derrick Jaxn and Derrick Jaxn.
So here we go.
Every person speaking against the names Derrick Jaxn and Derrick Jaxn in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly until your days become few on the earth. The word of God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You've been warned. And if you want to know where that is at in the Bible, go to Psalm 109. Go to Psalm 35, go to Psalm 140, go to Psalm 141, and keep our names out of your mouth in the name of Jesus. Have a blessed day.
Yo, family. Yo, she just went in the name of Jesus. Yo, listen. Was this about people keeping her name in the mouth? Yo, people, bruh, religion is something else. I'm gonna just say that, man. If you rock with it, you rock with it. It is what it is. You already know how I feel about it. But man, listen, man. How'd you just say all of that and then say in the name of Jesus at the end? She just said, she said, I hope your kids become fatherless in the name of Jesus. You vagabonds, huh? that you die slow, basically. I'm like, yo, she just said all of this in the name of Jesus. That was funny. But I wanted to, yo, man, people are crazy as hell, fam. Sometimes, man, listen, man, people be going through a lot, and maybe I guess she's bottling stuff in. Because she got slammed on, which is not even her fault for real. But she do be looking wild. Even just now, like she was looking kind of crazy. The first time, Derrick got caught cheating or whatever, because he used to always talk about men cheating, and that's the thing I wanted to get into about him versus Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was just keeping it real. He was very he was very out of pocket sometimes, I'm gonna say, on his delivery, right? His delivery was messed up, but he used to be keeping it a buck. I'm gonna keep it, you gotta keep it 100, man. He was keeping it a buck sometimes, well, a lot of the times, right? And his opinion just came off very brash to people. And I think that if he could have delivered it a little bit better, I think it would have been more accepted. But again, he's a marketing genius, and the way he he did a lot of things for shock value, right? So again, but old boy, right, Derrick Jaxn, he used to, you know, dog man. I'm about to show y'all some of this, right? So again, let me so you can see people who don't know these two, you can kind of see the difference between the two. But old girl was just wilding for that. But again, last time she got mocked for like wearing that bonnet when they were you know, they had I guess he like did something on his page, but let me go to this real quick. I want to go to this. Hold on. I think this one is it right here. I think this is it.
If you want to lead something, start by saying, this is what I care about. This is what I want to do and why I think you should care about it.
My screen.
And quit it type. This is the hit it, and if you get off subject, he's no longer interested for you. At some point, you're going to have to let him go. Now, two things for certain. If a man is not for you,
here we go.
A lot of women not being good at this. One thing's for sure and two things for certain. If a man is not for you, at some point, you're going to have to let him go. Now, of course, it's best to do this before the red flags turn into a full-blown catastrophe, but a lot of you don't know what red flags to look for. So I'm going to tell y'all a few. The first thing that should tell you it's time to let him go is if you can only get or keep his attention with sex. You see, this ain't the hit it and quit it type. This is the hit it, and if you get off subject, he's no longer interested type. Now, this mainly applies to the guy you let hit a little too early, but he stuck around. So that sent the mixed signal that maybe he's there to stay when, yeah, he is, under one condition. Sex continues, and only sex. So if he's disengaged whenever the conversation is not about sex, or he brings it back to sex, or he only wants to hang out when there's a chance for sex, then it's not your heart or your mind he wants to get inside of. Another red flag to let you know it's time to let him go is if you only hear from him whenever you hit him up, and then it subsequently ends with, oh, yeah, let me finish what I was doing. I'm hit you right back. Now, this mixed signal may communicate that he's not such a bad guy because he at least picked up the phone, and maybe he's not bad, but he's definitely ballsless because he doesn't want to talk to you, but he's too weak to say that. Actually, this is probably the only thing worse than when a guy goes ghost. It's like when his interest in you starts playing peekaboo, it flickers on and off, but it's never really on. That's when you got to unplug your shit and just turn it all the way off. It's like he'll pick up the phone, but he never has time to talk. And he thinks you're so dope as a woman and wife material, but he doesn't want to cuff you. Fuck him and his blurred lines. Let him go. Now, this next one is more so for when you're in a relationship with him, but when the violations start getting blatantly disrespectful, like flirting with other girls, checking for other girls, texting other girls, you know it's time. Now, there are times when both of you will cross the line, but when him crossing the line starts to get sloppy, you know that's the relationship equivalent to waterboarding. He basically wants you so uncomfortable that you eventually break. Now, some men are real enough to say if they don't love you anymore, but then you have those pieces of shit who show up with their actions until all your hope is gone, and possibly your trust and your ability to love another man. Put it like this. If the infractions are starting to straight up humiliate you, or whenever you check him about it, he doesn't even put the effort in to come up with an excuse, it's time to let him go. One more sign that you need to let him go, and I have to thank Issa Rae for this one, but if he's still physically or emotionally still tied up with another woman, yes, that includes the we ain't even together no more, but the lease ain't up, so you know how that is. Let him go. Or I moved in with her, but we trying to pool money because we got kids and stuff. Let him go. It damn sure includes, I just got out of a relationship, so I'm taking my time, but I am single. That's just code for I want my girl back, but we can enjoy a little fuck break until I clock back in with her. Because the chances are you won't win, but at best you get a guy who hesitated when it came to choosing you. Matter of fact, he chose the memory or potential of being with another woman over the definite possibility of being with you. Now, you may not be ready to settle down either, but if you reserve yourself for a guy who's occupied, whether physically or emotionally, on some level, you're going to want him to meet you halfway, and he's going to stand you up.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, some of the stuff he's saying is, is legit, right? And again, right, I'm not saying he's a bad guy or anything like that. It's just that he was saying all this shit. It did happen to be cheating. And again, I cheated before, so it is what it is. I ain't knocking a nigga for cheating. But fam, you know what I mean? You can't just go around giving people red flags, nigga, and you is the red flag. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog.
If he's still living with her, then he's still the protector of that household. And while he's with you, if something goes wrong over there.
But again, I think that's why a lot of dudes didn't like it, because it's like, yo, you I ain't saying I wasn't one of the ones that ain't like I ain't even really never listened to him. But based off that advice, I don't think that it's I don't think it's bad advice. You feel what I'm saying? I would give that type of shit to my sister or something like that, but just I don't know, bro. That shit just seems, as a dude, it just seems weird because it's like, it's almost like you just trying to you be doing that type of shit to like get in the draws. You feel me? And I mean, maybe you're not, but hey, at the end of the day, dog. But I think that is another reason, like based off, like he was trying to put, women on game or whatever, in his type of way, and I think that women like attracted to that, even though women already know all this stuff. Y'all be really knowing all this stuff, right? This is the stuff that y'all know. But see, the stuff with Kevin Samuels, which I'm going to go to, is the stuff that where this nigga Kevin at, man? Kevin Samuels is a funny ass nigga too, bro. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. I'm gonna bring it all the way to the beginning.
Because I'm not shooting blanks, I can make babies. You can't.
The reason why it's
no matter whatever I do, I can be 70 years old, and as long as I'm not shooting blanks, I can make babies. You can't.
The reason why I became a phlebotomy technician is because there's something called the paramedical insurance examiner.
Get the fuck off my phone, bitch. I don't get the phone. Go take blood, boy. You in a job where people quiet in the background.
Have you watched one of my videos, a 3-hour video from front to back?
That girl situation when he was ranking. That
Okay,
girl.
you're not paying attention.
When he was what? Talk to him.
Have you watched one of my video? Have you watched a full video of mine from front to back? One of my live streams.
I just saw one video. Was it the whole? I think it was a whole video of some girl he was ranking her. He asked her what she ranked herself.
I have a full 3-hour show that I do, and you watched a 7-minute clip. I challenge you and your friend to go back to my channel and watch the full 30-minute. Oh, no, see, I'm not going to do this. And this is the problem. But you haven't even responded to what I said. You haven't even watched the full video of where the excerpt was coming from. But your friend has the nerve to make a judgment that women have no problem judging men on partial information. But when a man, please. And you women are acting just like so many women who get upset. You have little to no information. You're not willing to do the work.
To ask you certain questions, and what you're responding to, I'm responding back to it. So you're referring to past videos, but I'm referring to things that you're telling me now. But you don't even let other people talk. You're asking me how old I am. You're generalizing women.
No, we haven't had sex.
Okay. Why?
Why? Because I'm stingy. I'm stingy with the puss.
Excuse me?
I'm stingy with it. I do not give it up easily.
Were you married to your daughter's your baby mama, though, right?
I've never been married, no, but I just
okay,
don't.
so
I know.
Hold on. Let's talk about this though. See, I find it funny that women like yourself, baby mamas, all of a sudden want to get stingy with the puss after you done gave your womb up before a ring. But then you want the high value men to put a ring on it before he gets it?
Am I supposed to give it away?
You goddamn right you already did. Because here's the thing. See, that's what I mean. Man, you're a used vehicle wanting brand new 2021 prices. You can laugh all you want to, man, but you just said 6 months. You're not even exclusive. You're talking about he's marriage-minded. What do you think he's inserting his penis? In his hand?
No, that's the thing. He could be inserting it somewhere else.
Exactly, because here's the thing. Men with options don't play these games.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. You were saying, do I want to hear about your original plan?
Right.
Okay. No, and I will tell you why. You're not doing it. You're doing what you have to do to survive and live. Okay?
Okay.
So your original plan, it doesn't matter.
It does if it can change my situation.
Okay. Go ahead. Since you know better than I do.
No, nobody ever said that. Okay, but anyway. Go ahead, dude. The reason why I became a phlebotomy technician is because there's something called a paramedical insurance examiner. I'm not sure if you heard about that.
It doesn't matter. Go ahead. I don't have to know what you know, but go ahead.
All right, thank you.
All right, look at it, man. Don't be a bitch. I don't deal with little bitchy boys. Get the fuck off my phone, bitch. I don't get the phone. Go take blood, boy. You ain't work a job where people quiet in the background.
Well, Kevin, Mr. Samuel, it seems I have a question. Do you date 30-year-old women? Because you mentioned on the last show.
And that is a question. Why?
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it, why would you say you're 50?
Because okay, first off, okay, you want to answer that question? It's a double standard. Just like you can stay at home while I got to go work. If I was at home and you worked, people would look at me a certain way. This is a double standard that's been with us since time immemorial. Children can come out of whatever I do. I can be 70 years old, and as long as I'm not shooting blanks, I can make babies. You can't.
Hey, I don't care what you look like.
So I don't.
But I said no. I don't care what you look like. But before a woman's gonna sign off and become your missus, they're gonna check their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So if you honestly think, okay, here's the thing, and I don't know your first name. So what is it?
Walter.
Walter. If you were to wake up tomorrow and be broke, how long you think your wife would stay?
Until I die.
Okay. Hope that never happens to you. Hope you never. But that would be the first woman in here. Well, I went to the first woman. But is your wife asleep or is she talking to you?
No, she just walked up. I woke her.
I'm not going to inject any difficulty into your marriage, Walter. But I got gray in my beard and gray on my head, and what you're saying does not comport anything I've ever experienced in my living life.
You're a very good communicator.
I know. Thank you very much. And that's why I said money is more than nice. It is required if you expect to have a woman, especially a woman of quality. Thanks.
We still haven't defined quality. Everyone's.
All right. See, I'm not going to go back and forth with this again. See, this is part of the problem. Young men, this is a man who's sitting up in the house with a wife. Ain't going to sit there and tell you money's nice, but, this dude is honestly trying to say, Miss Walter, your husband just said if he lost all his money, you'd be living right on the corner with it. Yes, ma'am. You in your older age, because I'm assuming y'all roughly the same age, this man has basically said if he lost it all, we'd be happy to be living in that box with him until he died. That's what he said. Until he died.
That's the energy you're getting because you're a guy that said you don't think you should have to approach women. They should give you choosing signals. Where would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
I weigh about
two what?
Depending on the day, between 280 285.
So you're a fat fucker.
Yeah.
So you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 400 every 2 weeks.
So you make 400 every 2 weeks. So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000 a year. Okay.
But how many 20-year-olds was him?
Hold on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, where minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. How long? You got a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I just said it was above average.
Now
I don't know what that is, really.
You know if you got a big dick.
Come on, fam, you're doing too much now. Now we gotta slide on you. That nigga went too far. No homo, fam. Pause. All right, fam. So this is what I was going to say. Now, the difference between the two. Now, they both was giving good advice. Like, I'm not even going to say Derrick Jaxn's in that video in particular that wasn't good advice, right? That was great advice. But again, women was receptive to that because it was talking about the men. Now, in Kevin Samuels, women wasn't receptive to that because it's now talking about them. And a lot of people like to throw the blame on other people, regardless whether you're a man or a woman, right? So people in general just don't like to accept reality, right? And I would say more, when it comes to relationships, women are probably more likely or inclined to not accept reality than men. It is just based off, from my perspective, how society is, right? So again, they just They just live in a fantasy world, right? They want the perfect person, whatever. Dudes, to an extent, really don't care. I'm not gonna say they don't care. All of us don't care, but you got some dudes who really don't care. You got a big butt and a smile, and they'll wife you up like on some real shit. I've seen it. I see it every day, right? So, but again, if you go outside of relationships, I mean, some men do live in a fantasy world. A lot of niggas do, especially when it comes to that drug shit. Niggas be living in a fantasy. We take it there. Niggas be living in a fantasy land. You feel me? Thinking they El Chapo, thinking they about to do whatever. You feel me? Shit, fantasy then I'm up, and think they never gonna get caught. But when it deals with relationships, a lot of women do live in like a fantasy world. You feel me? They just expect, a lot. Some niggas expect shit too, but for women, a lot of women kind of expect a lot. And when it came to Kevin Samuels, I just feel as though the way his delivery was a little bit harsh. But again, a lot of people didn't want to accept that reality of I'm this age, I got this many kids. The odds of a person who is, high quality or whatever, whatever that entails. Like dude said, that was a good question for dude, and Kevin Samuels definitely got out that video when he said that because he didn't want to define what high quality was. Because again, high quality can mean a plethora of things, right? In a capitalistic society, high quality can mean money, right? To whoever you who's defining quality, right? But a lot of people might say money don't make you high quality, but then I don't see a lot of y'all just trying to, go after bums. You know what I mean? Just like he said, money does mean a lot in this society, for real. And when it comes to relationships, money means a lot, dog. Because you can get some money tomorrow, and you can look like, shit. You can look like what's that dude that used to have the messed up teeth, and I forgot his name. I can't even think of his name. But I would just. That nigga used to be wildin', bro. I can't even think of it. He used to have all them little videos, man. Damn, I can't remember his name. I want to say not Irvin. It was something, bro. He had the funny teeth. He's like, got him. Melvin was his name, Melvin or something, whatever. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I seen this dude with bad chicks, right? Again, because he had some bread. And at the end of the day, even your regular chicks, right, don't want a broke nigga. And I get it, right? Because no dude, I ain't gonna say no dude, because dudes a mess with a broke chick, bro. She pretty and body right. Dudes a mess with a broke chick. They just will, bro. It's just, because you just got lame dudes out here who just smash anything and or wife anything up. Trust me, I done seen it. But for the most part, money is a reality, bro. And I think a lot of people try to get away from that, like to make it seem as though like that. Of course, it's not everything, but it is a vital part of a relationship. Like, money, if you want to be technical, right? Money is one of the biggest reasons relationships don't work. Like, it's one of the biggest reasons that people get divorced. Finances and then cheating, right? They really right neck and neck, but still finances, statistically, they're saying finances is like the major reason, right? But again, so you can't really take that out. But again, back to Derrick, because I don't want to talk too much on what's the name? He would give women good advice. I just think that, he got a big following because he always talked about men. And again, that gives a lot of women an out to be like, yo, you know what? You right. Because listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest. If you ask the average woman, right? If you ask the average woman, like, yo, why your relationship didn't work? I can guarantee you they'll say it's because of that nigga. Like, real talk. I don't care what color she is. Most women are going to blame that on the dude, right? Now, I've kicked it with chicks, right, that was stepping out on the person they was with, right? I even had a chick one day say, like, you a player. I was like, a player? Like, bitch, I'm single. You the one with a nigga. You feel me? You the one got the dude over there. You the player on some real shit. And yo, she really didn't like me saying that. Again, which goes to show you some of the reality. You know what I mean? A lot of women don't like reality, nigga. Like, yo, that's what it is. You're not gonna sit here and call me a player and you the one cheating, nigga. You the player. You feel me? You the Playboy bunny, nigga. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's why I said when it came down to Kevin Samuels, he was keeping it real. And a lot of people don't like to accept, you know, certain realities, right? So again, when it comes to Derrick, when he's saying, oh, well, this is a red flag, that's a red flag, this is a red flag. And yo, it's so funny too, because I would be like, yo, what's wrong with your relationship? You ask a lot of chicks, yo, I remember this other situation, but that same situation, right? But it's the same thing, right? I'll be like, yo, why you like, what's wrong with your relationship? They'd be like, man, he always think I'm talking to somebody. Like, you are. You kicking it with me, nigga. You are talking to somebody. You feel me? Again, a fake reality. You don't want to admit that you doing some out-of-pocket shit. So you don't want to admit that, like, yo, I'm really out here doing what he think I'm doing. And that's why it ain't working, right? Then you'll be like, yeah, but I know he messing with somebody. So who are you messing with? Like, somebody at his job, or like, you know what I mean? You called him, you caught something? No, but I just know because how he, like, no, nigga. You ain't even got no solid evidence of this person stepping off on you, and you gonna sit here and tell me this is why you out here going behind their back? Like, oh man, come on, knock it off. Just keep it a buck. Just say, yo, listen, man, I ain't feeling my situation and I want to do what I want to do. You feel what I'm saying? For whatever reason you want to do it. But they always have some excuse, bro. It's always something, dog. It's always something, man. Listen, I can have so many, bro. Listen, you know, I used to do my numbers, right? And man, listen, bro, I done heard so many crazy stories, bro. So many like you. Listen, man. One time, I'm gonna keep it a buck. One time, it was this lady, right? You know, she was probably a little bit older than me, right? You know, we kicking it. I'm like, you mess with somebody? She's like, yeah, this, that, and the third. And I was like, I mean, I already knew because I see your ring, right? So I'm like, she like, yeah, but you know, he's my husband's disabled. I'm like, so that's why, like, nigga ain't doing you dirty. Like, all right, well, why don't you have that conversation with him? Like, oh no, he's not gonna let me do anything. Like, I'm like, yo, y'all motherfuckers. And they don't want to hear it, dog. They don't want to hear the truth, brother, because the truth hurt, nigga. The truth hurts. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, should be what it be. And now, and that's why I say, yo, when I look at things and I say, well, like when I seen that, I'm like, this is why Derrick has so many followers, so many women that was like on his side. Like, bro, before he got caught cheating, and that's probably another reason you got caught cheating. That's probably why you used to be saying the stuff you were saying to try to hide your little shit. Because again, that's what people do, right? When they doing some negative stuff, they like to throw out all this other stuff so it makes it seem like, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? But the whole time you really doing some snaky bullshit to your peoples. Meanwhile, you throwing other niggas under the bus that's trying to do their little one too. Again, that's another thing dudes do, right? They'll kick your back in, or you know what I mean, put a girl onto game, you know what I'm saying? So she stopped messing with you so he can start trying to slide in and all this other weak shit. That should be weak. That's another reason why men really didn't like Son, right? and again, I never really listened to either one of them. Like I've seen clips and stuff like that, but again, even the clips I've seen, regardless of whether they was just clips or the whole video, Kevin Samuels did come off a little brass. Like, you know what I mean? He did come off a little harsh. So I used to be like, man, damn, fam. that was wicked the way you just told her that. You know what I mean? Like, again, like how he told you, oh, so you a fat fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he can't, and again, that was another thing too. Like, I've never seen a video where the dude Derrick got at some chicks, and maybe because I didn't really watch him like that, I might be wrong about that, right? But a lot of men, again, that's why I say Kevin Samuels was a nice marketer, right? He was dope at the marketing because, again, he talked about men, right? But he really stayed on the women because he knew the women was getting mad. You know what I'm saying? And that was busting that algorithm up because, again, a lot of women start trying to call in. And anything you do with women, even if it's rapping, singing, like, women, you got a woman base, bro. You gonna go, right? So again, even though it was women hating him, right? Because again, a woman always has to prove her point, especially a woman that feels as though you talking about, like, right? Say Kevin Samuels, just say I'm 18 years old or I'm 20 years old, right? And I'm living with my mom, right? Let's just say that. And Kevin Samuels say, yo, if you was living at your mom when you was 20, man, you was a bum, nigga. Like, that ain't gonna bother me. You feel me? Like, I mean, it is what it is, nigga. Sometimes, you know what I mean? You fall on hard times, you gotta shoot back to mom crib or pop crib until you get back on your feet and then you sliding out. Like, it is what it is. Like, that, I mean, me personally, I don't know if other niggas might offend you or whatever, but like, me personally, if you hit on something in my life that, you know what I mean, that I might be having wrong, especially if you're not specifically talking to me, because a lot of these women that don't like him never even spoke to the man face to face. They never even, you get what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh, so you mad about, he was talking about, oh yeah, well, he said any chick over 30. It's just like, all right, well, he was talking to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. So if he just like generalize it and it happens to, like, land on me, I'm not going to be like, oh man, F that nigga. They was happy he died and all of that. So I was like, damn, bro, y'all kind of harsh to a nigga who you didn't even know and wasn't even talking to you specifically. Now I can see all the people that called up where he was like, the nigga he called a fat fuck, I would expect him to be like, yeah, man, fuck that nigga. You feel me? Like, not somebody who he wasn't talking to. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say, again, a lot of people didn't like him because he kept it real, and a lot of people have to seen themselves in the stuff that he was talking about, and you didn't like it. But also they like, Derrick, because again, he spoke about men and all the BS that they do. So that, again, a woman is going to try to resonate with that. Say, yup. You get what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I like him. He tell it how it is. Because these men out here ain't ish. And this would be the same chick who cheating on her man. You know what I mean? Talk about, yeah, that is a red flag. Not like, bitch, you a whole flag. You feel me? Red, black, green, blue, and yellow, nigga. You all the flags and talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say, like, it's again, man, when it comes to relationships, man, if you're not dealing with reality and again, like I like that one thing he said about the whole double standard, because it is a double standard, right? Again, everybody wants shit to be equal. Everybody want, you know what I mean? That's why I say, again, okay, so we living in a time and in a society where, Black people are down, right? We down. A lot of people like acting like they up, but they don't really be up. Like, you know what I mean? People be acting like they got it like that. Motherfuckers don't even be having 50,000 in a bank account and be, you know what I mean? And be acting like they lit. Like, for real, for real. I don't need no nigga. Like, damn, you don't even own a home talking about you don't need a nigga. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I get it, but that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, so in this day and age where, people, I just seen like two females, and it's not a knock to them, cause shit, this shit, how it is with me too. Like, so that's why I said I ain't knocking them, but like they was like, yo, like, you know, one job really ain't enough. Like for real, really ain't, dog. You gonna be just living check to check, and you know what I mean, barely getting by. So it's like, okay, so in that type of sense, why would just some regular nigga come in now and just handle everything, right? Why would he handle everything, and why wouldn't y'all work together? Because again, if your shit just doing that, you know, and you combine y'all and say he doing the same thing you doing, now y'all can combine y'all shit and do whatever. But it would be stupid for like, especially if you not a chick that's like an investor. Cause I had to say this to one chick with one. I'm like, yo, all right, I don't care about paying the bills. I don't care. Listen, because I can handle all of it, right? But what you gonna be doing with your bread? That's the thing, right? Because even if like I can handle it, but I would just have a little bit of bread to play with, right? Whatever. If we in a relationship, that's what it is, and we on some team shit. But it's like, all right, well, if I'm doing that though, what you gonna be doing with your bread that you making? Is you gonna be like investing that shit to where, you know what I mean? We doing some other stuff so where I don't have to like be using the money that I'm working for to like pay these bills, nigga. You know what I mean? We gonna invest in some rental property so that the rental property can like, you know, pay our bills for us or whatever. Like you gonna be buying some stocks. Oh no, I'm gonna just be, you think you just gonna buy this, just start buying a whole bunch of clothes and a whole bunch of bullshit for yourself while I'm over here doing all the work? Like, nah, man, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And you're not about to make me go get a second job and do some little business on the side, not no illegal shit either. You know what I mean? And work myself to tooth and nail, nigga, while you just, you know, splurge on your bread, nigga. Because that's what some people be wanting to do. You know what I mean? That's why I said when it comes to that finances, when it comes to finances and relationships, bro, that should be tearing things up. Because again, you got a lot of people who be reckless spenders, bro. You got a lot of reckless spenders out there, male and female. You got a lot of reckless spenders out there again, and you know that can crush it. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person, I like to invest my bread. I like to, you know, do other stuff so I can make some money, things like that. I like stocks. You know what I mean? I'm dealing with all that crypto. So again, if I mess with somebody who's not into investing, like, yeah, like nigga, because I want you to be doing shit with your bread too, so we can get up out of this whole hole, nigga, and the bread and the investments can take care of us, where nigga ain't gotta be busting his ass at work, or you ain't gotta be busting your ass at work. You feel me? Because the same way you want to sit home and do nothing and let the money work for you or whatever, nigga, I want to do the same shit. Nigga, I'm not trying to work tooth and nail till I'm 60, 70 years old, nigga. You feel me? And then that's when I get my brick, but the whole time you got your brick from 40 on out, nigga, you crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. We're a team. But that's one thing that I like that Kevin Samuels said. He said sometimes it's a double standard where you can sit home and I can pay the bills and that's cool. But if it's the other way around where I'm sitting home and you paying the bills, now all of a sudden I'm some sorry ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. That's why I say, like, what is it? Is we equal? Or like, you know what I mean? That's why I say it. Like, I don't know, man. This shit is what it is, man. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification button, that notification bell, so you can be notified. But again, man, old girl was wilding with that. Yo, she was wishing death on people in the name of Jesus. Yo, that shit was funny as hell, fam. That shit was funny as hell. But, you know, shout out to her, man. Hopefully their situation is, you know, doing better. Because I don't like wishing bad on anybody. I don't care who you are, what your situation is, unless you white supremacy and you oppressing my people, man. I don't wish no harm on you. But if you oppressing us and you white supremacy, then, nigga, death be upon you, my nigga. Death be upon you in the name of Jesus, Allah, and everybody else who, you know what I mean? So, quote unquote, control everything, nigga. Hopefully they motherfucking give you a slow dying death real soon. And all of a sudden everything reverses and we get all our resources back. That's when I'm going to start believing in shit. Other than that, nigga, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Yeah, but old girl was wilding for that. And that's another thing with that whole, you know, that whole that whole church stuff, bro. But motherfuckers cuss you out in the name of God, dog. Like, God damn, you just wish people's kids, nigga. He said, I hope your kids be fatherless. Damn. How you wishing that on the kids? Like, damn, my nigga, you just like, oh my God, that's crazy. That is crazy. Family, listen, man, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I've been in here too long. This is the second video I done did today. I gotta get me go make me something to eat real quick. Man, peace and blessings. I appreciate all of y'all, man, that subscribe, all of y'all that stay loyal to the channel regardless. I appreciate you, man. I love you. Again, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We almost to this 1,000 subscriber mark. Again, man, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Family, we out of here, man. Peace, love, and reparations. You already know what time it is, man. Stay blessed, stay safe.